It's just not true. The old man represented represented Mickey Cohen back in like 1960. What would it be? 60, 62?
Yeah.
For something. And the story is fairly notorious. I mean, it was, he wasn't a client of long standing, and he didn't do anything in particular. I know that my dad went by his office, it's got to be 1960. Mickey Cohen wanted him to sign some documents, and my father refused, and then Cohen said, sign them. Paul said no. Cohen pulled a gun out of his desk drawer and said, sign them. And then his secretary walked in at the same time, and his secretary happened to be his sister. And so my dad grabbed her and used her as a shield and got out of the building. And they chased him and whatever. Anyway, he got back home. Cohen called him and said he was a dead man. And the next thing I know, I'm a little kid, and we have the Hat Squad hanging out in our kitchen.
Holy cow.
And so we had the Hat Squad hanging out in the kitchen, and my parents tell me that we can't go outside or anything. I thought the whole thing was great, but and then that lasted for a week or two, and then Cohen wound up getting arrested for something else, and that was the end of that.
Right, so it was like a blip. That's wild that you were old enough to remember that.
Well, no, it's weirder than that. Okay, so that's 1960. I'm doing a trial, I think in 1990. I'm a lawyer now, and I'm doing a trial, 5-defendant drug trial in Van Nuys.
Yeah.
And the judge asked me to approach the bench all by myself, which I thought was weird. And so I go and approach, and he goes, hey, do you remember cops hanging out in your kitchen a long time ago? And I go, yeah, I remember those cops hanging out in my kitchen. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And the guy looks at me and he goes, I was one of those cops.
Oh my God.
And he had been one of those Hat Squad guys, and gone to law school at night, but was a lawyer, got appointed to the bench, and now he was a judge, all these years later.